Namaste and pranams to each of you. Yoga Nidra is powerful from the experience that we can have while awake. Yoga Nidra is like the stepping stone to entering into our supermind. When we do Yoga Nidra, it is not just going to sleep and trying to find a deeper sleep. No. While we are awake, the moment we've woken up, we are activating our Yoga Nidra. So by the time night comes in, we are absolutely ready to go into that deep, deep sleep. Now, in this deep sleep is no rapid eye motion, REM, no dream. Now, this is the yogic sleep that enables the supermind state of Turiya that is called the sleepless sleep. Now, what happens in the sleepless sleep is we've woken up all our potentials. You may have seen pictures of showing beings with 10 heads, 100 heads. It just shows the capabilities of a person has multiplied itself tenfold, 100-folds. Now that is the supermind state. So Yoga Nidra is to allow us to attain that supermind state. Now, my journey into finding out more and learning about this and putting it into practice and developing this a system for myself comes from my experience. See, when we are awake, our soul has woken up and says, wow, I am. The body and mind says, me too. And that's when the problem begins, because all of the past lives needs to be finished and completed in this life. Now, suddenly, we were thinking, when you take the path of the spiritual into the spiritual light, our life gets to being easy. Now there is ease within. We become like the eye of a tornado, eye of a hurricane, calm within, but everything around us is dynamically changing. The good, bad, and all the stuff pops up for us to dwell and conquer, subdue. And this is the process of allowing us to diminish our karma and attain grace to be the Dharma, to evolve the animal to human, human to divine. So, the moment you step into the spiritual pathway, all of the stuff pops up. And my journey has been, it's now 34 years since I had my wake up to now. And one thing I've realized for myself is that all the years of my practice were the roots, and the fruits was to sleep well at night, sleep deeply, no matter what. No matter what, sleep deeply and wake up with a mind that is charged. that is awake. My story begins when I would go to the forest. There was this ancient shrine, Nambi Hills, and it was a tiger sanctuary then, and now it's sort of closed to the public and open only for a few days. And there was a sage actually living there, all by himself, Mahasiva Swami. So I got to know him, he initiated me, and then he took me to the forest with him. And there I was with him at night. And I asked him, I said, Swami, how do you sleep deeply? Could you teach me? So he said, go into your heart and dissolve. I thought about it and I kept thinking about it and I had so many questions. And about, say, 3 minutes later, I said, Swami, and there I'm hearing him snore. He is fast asleep. But what he told me made a lot of sense. And that's began my journey into Yoga Nidra. So as we enter into the dimensions of sleep, we would want to work it from the moment we are awake and descend into the depth of sleep. So, divine beings, to begin with, the moment we've woken up in the morning, that's when our journey itself has begun. The moment we've woken up, what do we want to do? We want to acclaim our position as a divine entity. We want to source connect, goddess connect. Now, the moment we have connected ourselves, it means our breath is from God and to God. The moment we've done that, we realize we are the spirit having the human experience. So, the first of our steps within is to light our inner lamp. The symbolism of lighting the inner lamp with the mantra means we've woken up our inner guru. We have 5 gurus. The first one is our breath itself is our guru, the first guru. Next, our mother and father. It's always beautiful to wake up, rub our palms like this, mother, father, and say, thank you for my existence, and let all the souls feel grateful. So the moment we come into the energy of gratitude to the origin of ourselves from the cellular level, we are now journeying within to finding and being the point zero. And then comes the guru whom we connect with. And that guru's sole purpose is to wake up our inner guru, the light within us. The moment we have lit the lamp within ourselves, life becomes the guru. Every living and non-living being and everything we perceive becomes the guru. Everything is the guru. Everybody is the guru. These are the 5. So when you light the lamp, our journey has begun. Now let's light our lamp together. So the moment we've lit our lamp together, we'll start journeying together through the day, right into sleep. Okay? So let's begin. Now, we're choosing to utilize the energy of Lord Shiva, the Lord of Infinity, as infinity is greater than any forms of anything that is finite. infinity is 99.999999%, and at point 000 whatever that percentage is the realities we experience. So it's always better to be the light. Whom we invoke, we become. When we have allowed ourselves to being that vibrant energy, the vibrant, I could say vibrancy, now our realities too vibrate alongside with it. So the moment we've woken up, we want to get into a mantra. Like ideally we would start with Ganapati, climb up and go up into welcoming our spirit. Now the moment we say spirit, we say our soul, we say the Holy Ghost, and the soul is one. All of the infinite Paramatma, infinite God, is the Jivatma, our soul. Our soul and God, divine, are one. So let's go into the mantra. We will say 3 Om, 3 Ah, and self-generate the mantra from inside out. Okay? So we say the mantra. Om, Om, Om. Ah, Ah, Ah. Om Namah Shivaya. Now as you start saying the mantra, begin to being the pillar of light. Understand the lingam is a symbol of infinity. The pillar of light is within each one of us. The beingness. So let's go into the mantra, receive the mantra. We will say 3 times, self-generate the mantra. Later, say the mantra 108 times, so the mantra is ours, yours. Rub your palms together as you're saying the mantra to feel the energies, to be the blessings of the light we are invoking. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And place your hands over your eyes and receive the blessings. Now, the moment we have gone into the mantra to set the light in a lamp, we have a core within ourselves, like an embryo, a divine embryo, and that embryo is ourselves, our higher self. Every breath through the day, be aware of breath. When we are able to take ourselves to the extreme states of inspiration, extreme states of relaxation, there is no more stress. The need for our body to sleep reduces. So, when we set this fire within and enter into becoming that vibrant energies of light, we attract reality according to our light. Anything that is negative in the form of karma, in the form of enmity, in the form of what we call bad luck, in the form of hurdles, dissolves away with the vibrancy that we have adorned. So let's say the mantra and enjoy this vibrancy and frequency, and then let's move to the next. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. I paired the mantra Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Earlier we said just Om Namah Shivaya. Now I'm pairing it as Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Why? There's the male and female principle within us. At all times we are dancing. Our teaching is called Tantiram, the source of Tantra. Tantra is the sacred unions. Let every breath of ours be that ecstasy, the orgasmic joy. So when you say the mantra, go into experiencing the orgasmic joy of the male and the female together within our breath. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Now, understand that now we are awake, we are getting our day started, we are moving the day, now we are at work. Or we are doing what is passionate to us. Let's never call something work. We are so inspired. Whatever we do is fun and play and joy. Now we want to activate our brain even further. Press the left big toe down and hold the chin mudra. And take a deep inhale from the left big toe. Press it down and our breath automatically flips to the left. Take a deep inhale together. Now press your right big toe and exhale to the crown chakra. Press a right big toe and take a deep inhale all the way from the roots. Press a left big toe. Get ready to exhale slowly to the crown. To the left. When you press the left big toe, the left opens. And then when you exhale to the crown, to the opposite side, we are now allowing our breath to connect to source. Likewise, we are doing it to the other side. So the alternative breath is something we can do anywhere at all times, while you're working, while even driving the car. You can simply regulate the breath. What happens when we do this is, it awakens our genius. It allows us to come into the ground zero. This ground zero is so vital because this is the meditative mind that actually nurtures and awakens our supermind. So let's do it once more, just to feel it, just to practice it. So in that way you could do it by yourself. Okay? Press the left big toe down. Take a deep inhale all the way from the roots. Allow the breath to climb up and up and up. Take the breath up above the physical body and up above the crown. And exhale from the crown slowly with the mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Press the right big toe and inhale from the roots. Press the left big toe and from the right above the crown chakra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Press the right big toe down. Take a deep inhale from the roots. Press the left big toe and up above the crown. Om Namah Shivaya. Rub our palms together. Feel the blessings. Now we know we are able to think with an optimal mind. What we think, we manifest. When our mind, when we've done the pranayama, this Siddha yogic technique, it's effective. Almost instantly we can think with clarity. We're able to see things with clarity. Now we are ready to attain the supermind. The supermind states. So how do we attain the supermind states? Have you noticed that when you're doing something passionate, like writing a book, dancing, singing, we forget hunger, we forget heat and cold, we forget even sleep. That is the fourth state of the mind. The sages call the sleepless sleep. So this means we are in an inspired state. And that inspiration comes from inside ourselves. So now when you're going to say the mantra, now know that Lord Shiva is depicted as a dancer. Now, how do we actually attain stillness within ourselves? When we know the dance, when we experience the dance, we are able to sit still. It sounds like a paradox, but the reality is both the polarities have become one. Dynamic dance and stillness has become one. Now that is how we are activating our root chakra up through the spine and see the dance climbing up, the ascendance of every mantra climbing up. There's a dance going on inside ourselves. Let's enjoy the dance. Let's enjoy that inner bliss. Satchidananda, the being of bliss that we are. That is Lord Shiva. Let's say the mantra. Move the energy clockwise all the way. Feel it from the root chakra. Feel the energy move from below. Move upwards. Om Namah Maya, 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 Om Namah Maya. Now, as we get into focus, remember our potential. Remember that we are many as one, and we can be one as many. What this means is that when we are inspired, the I has become the we. Our individual ego has become the spirit. We are now tapping into the genius of all the beings of light. The beings of light. Now, we can, like Napoleon Hill advises saying that have pictures of all the people who inspire you and let them guide you. What he was really saying was tap into those spirits, tap in. So when you want to work with a supermind, we're tapping in. Let's assume we have Einstein on one side, we have Mahatma Gandhi on the other, we have Abraham Lincoln on the other, we have all these beings with us, working with us, guiding us. But then this is another dimension. But we would want to work with many, many, many dimensions of our own work, all our passion, including the work that we simply don't like to do, we need to get done as a job. So how do we manage that? Everybody has some form of challenge, or challenges rather, in some form or the other. Now when you want to work with the supermind, compartmentalize each dimension of work. In other words, when you are in the now, you do not have the anxiety of tomorrow, or the weight of the past. And you're anchored firmly into that particular focus. And the moment that focus is over, you're moving to the next and moving to the next and moving to the next. Now, when we are tackling and working with so many different dimensions to complete, we are also thinking that we are the time, we know that we are the timeless beings having this experience in time. When we wake up and say, wow, thank God I am alive. I am thankful to every breath. I'm just so happy to be alive. Now imagine you're completing so much needing to be done in so many different ways. You might want to basically do an art painting. You might want to do an equation here. You might want to complete your banking. You might want to, on the other side, complete your obligations on the family side. There's so much of work. All of this work, as it gets done and complete, we are now utilizing the entirety of our potentials. All of our potentials. When we are moving ourselves through this, let's assume we also choose not to do anything. We choose simply to enjoy the day doing whatever it might be. Simply cooking, gardening, or simply laying down and sleeping. So it is. So it is. Whatever we do. At the same time, do not forget breath. The breath from God to God. When I say God, I mean Goddess. Absolute. Any name. So, at all times, we are connected, source connected. Now, as we begin to start work, as we keep the fire, our inner fire growing and glowing and ascending upwards, begin to start noticing that we become a pillar of light. We attract only goodness. We attract the reality that needs to be done. And also, there definitely must be certain areas, certain things that certain desires that we have. Now, there are quality to desires. It's always more beautiful to have a desire from the upper layer that has less of a karmic imprint and more of a dharmic imprint. Now, is the quest time to be wise in knowing what we want? Because when we have the supermind, we can manifest anything we desire. The supermind state is called the goddess Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi, the one who is abundant, the one who gives us all the forms of abundances from health, wealth, fame, love, harmony, everything she gives us. That is the supermind. The supermind itself is this. This is why in all the lamps utilized in prayer rooms always has Goddess Lakshmi behind it. It is for us to understand that Goddess Lakshmi is a supermind, is the grace of the supermind. So, we are now working with, or rather playing with, in so many different fields and working ourselves with a state of joy, the state of inspiration, where every moment counts. Every moment is fulfilling. Every moment we know that we are happy, inspired. Here is where we touch the word inspiration and flow. The flow. The flow is so beautiful. Most of us, whenever we do anything which is passionate, we understand there's a flow. But sometimes there's a blockage. Sometimes when the flow is beautiful, we are masters, we are geniuses, we are doing something so super special from the flow. So let's tap into the flow. From the flow comes the heart chakra. The heart chakra is the goddess. Always it's beautiful. Always it's wonderful to unite the two, the masculine and the feminine, The feminine is the goddess. The goddess from the heart, Narayani. Narayani. Narayani, 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 Narayani. So whenever we are working or bringing ourselves into focus, it does happen that we do have a block, like a writer's block. We do have it. So, as what we are wanting to do in the process of our life experience or the experience of the day is be in the flow. Whatever we do, be in the flow of joy, the flow of bliss, the flow of exhilaration, the flow of happiness. So, let's go into the heart chakra and let's go into the mantra. Narayani, 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 Narayani. Notice there's a dance going on inside ourselves. We are moving, ascending upward every moment. Now is the time to begin to understand. We can think like an earthworm, or the choice to think like a sparrow or a crow, or even better, become the eagle. The eagle glides. That's how we do our day. When we glide through, our wear and tear is less. When we glide, the sleep we need reduces. So every moment ask ourselves, are we in the glide? Whatever might be the craziness of the situation outside, as long as we are in the core, it's okay. We can glide over it. Like an eagle looking at all the many lifetimes. Like an eagle looking at the whole horizon of everything. And even below, he is looking at the sewer below, looks okay. So let's be the eagle. Let's go into Narayani, the mantra of the goddess, goddess of abundances. Narayani, 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 Narayani. Now, Lord Shiva represents consciousness, infinity of being. Goddess Mahalakshmi is realities, the experience and realities. When we bring both together, we are bringing timelessness of Lord Shiva, the infinite being we are, with time. And that time is denoted as breath. So, within breath, the opposite is breath beyond breath. So let's basically consciously, as we are chanting the mantra Om Namah Shivaya, be conscious about breath and the breath beyond breath that we truly, really are. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Rub our palms, receive the blessings. Now, when we have this experience within which we are celebrating the whole of the day, completing our various dimensional work, stress has no place. Sometimes understanding stress from its wisdom would mean work not complete, or a problem, a big hassle, or grief, or the pains of being abandoned in human relationships. All of this human drama does cause stress. That is what we want to resolve. If we know we are able to resolve all the human challenges we face, there's no room for stress. So let's go into taking up all the challenges we have in our life and allow it to be dissolved in the light of our mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. You may notice that you would feel like as though we had a shower. All the problems have gone away, dissolved away. Now, we are descending into sleep. It's time for us to start getting to bed. Avoid caffeine. Just maybe up to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, or even, like as early as that. Avoid any form of caffeine. Now, just as we complete all our bits and pieces of work, come to the place where we are ready to enter into our own inner womb, the womb of the mantra, the womb within ourselves, the embryo of light within ourselves. Let's say the mantra and let's feel the womb that we are. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Now, as we get ready to go to bed, the technique is so simple, so easy to follow. Flip onto your left side of the bed, on the left side. As you lay down, flip onto the left side. When you flip to your left, your right side is up. Now, take a book, spiritual if preferable, but it could be any book. Anything that is uplifting, anything that is inspiring, preferably something that is spiritual, which would help. But no worries, if it's just about any book, just take it up and start reading the book. Now, as you start reading the book, because you are positioning yourself on the left, your right side, your right brain is being tired out. You're beginning to tire yourself out, tire your mind out by reading. Now, let's assume it's really late, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and you have a very important day tomorrow and you're worried, okay, what am I going to do? This is not the time for worrying. This is the time saying, wow, I have time. It doesn't matter if I don't sleep. The moment you tell yourself it does not matter if I don't sleep, I am not perturbed about the fact that I'd have to sleep or not having to sleep. You've got sleep under control. Now, as you're starting to read, sleep will come, will pop up in different ways. Its first manifestation might be like a little puppy saying, cuddle me, play with me. It might come like a little tiger, a big tiger. It'll come in so many forms to attack us. At this point in time, disregard it and say one more page. What you're really doing is saying, hey, sleep, that compartment of my mind, I will choose for you when I want to call you in. Until then, stay there. So now you begin to think, okay, it's time to get to sleep. Now flip to your other side, flip to your right side, and now say the mantra. Om Namah Shivaya. As you say the mantra, surrender everything. First, when you say the mantra, say it in gratitude. Thank you, God, Goddess, Source, for giving me such a beautiful day. No matter what, my experience was okay. My experience was good. Thank you for that. Thank you for the breath of life. Thank you for life itself. Thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for just being with me. And then, the next, if there are any problems, surrender it. It's not ours. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to Source God. We are only actors here in this body. The real one, the real player is God. Goddess. Give it up. Give it. So say the mantra and let go and let go and let go. And begin to start understanding. Now is the sacred time. You're entering our own cosmic womb. This is the time when we are incubating the great wings of the angelic being we are. The next morning when we wake up, we want to wake up with all the wings of our angelic being ready to go. So now you're surrendering, you're dissolving, you're becoming like an egg that is being incubated in light. And subconsciously, you're saying the mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Now, if you have been to any temple or any church or any place of worship, when you go to the sanctum sanctorum, that is an experience. When you pray directed at the sanctum sanctorum. Now we begin to start feeling you can go into the sanctum sanctorum and dissolve ourselves over there into that light and become one with the cosmic womb. And that's all we know. We don't know anything else. For us, sleep is like death. And when we wake up, we are reborn. So practice this today. Let me know, divine beings, when you practice what I teach, what we are teaching right now, practice it. See how it works. It's no complications at all. It's so simple. Let me repeat again the process, okay? Flip to the left, read a book. Then, when you're ready to get sleep, flip to the right, get into the mantra and descend into the mantra as you sleep as you're ready for sleep. Don't even think of sleep. Just go into the light. Sleep will find you. And now you've entered into a different form of sleep. This is a deep yogic sleep. It's propelled by the whole day you've been having fun. The whole day has been in so many different dimensions. You're like a steam engine that has reached the station saying, wow, my day is done. And now here I give my soul to God. And I am in the cosmic womb. And now in the cosmic womb, you're simply here. In the morning when you wake up, it's rebirth. It's like you slept 1,000,000 years. Now you're awake. Rise and shine. And that's how we rise 1,000,000 times greater, grander. So, in this Yoga Nidra, as we practice Yoga Nidra, there are two dimensions here. One is the depth of our sleep, and the other is the activation of our supermind. Because the next day when you are into the mantra, you're able to easily tap into the supermind. And the more you tap into the supermind, the deeper is your sleep Yoga Nidra. So this, divine beings, is a practice that is so easily done by all of us and the most rewarding. In fact, this teaching helps us from a place of enhancement in our health with less stress, our mental health where we do not have stress anymore. In fact, it's inspiration. There's cell growth, there's brain growth as we go into this dimension of sleep. And the other side of it is we manifest anything we desire. All that we desire comes true because when you go into Source God, at this time, what is it that you even desire? Even the desire, not ours, it's God's. Give your problem, your desire, everything that we are, give it there. Now, next day morning when you wake up, know that manifestation is in process. Things are happening. And then the third, we are going through the process of self-transformation, self-development. We are tapping into the greater being whom we are. We are tapping into the yogi that we are. All capabilities and potentials are now awakening. Our vibrancies attracts that which is similar in vibrancies. Right place to be in, right people to connect with, right circumstance in all forms. And that we call is good luck. Anugraham, Arul, which all means grace. This grace of Yoga Nidra is there for those who have done Dharma, who are beings of Dharma. They would always have one powerful blessing, and that is a good ability to sleep wherever they are. The good guy, the guys with a good heart, guy, woman with a good heart. That good heart comes from, where are we thinking from? Are you thinking as a spirit? Or are we trapped by the limited ego of mind that works exclusively with its memory and gets trapped into the karmic patterns? We all know there is a truth. The truth is we want to be free. We are free beings. We are liberated beings. We are liberated from a karma. How do we liberate ourselves from a karma? We go liberate ourselves from the mind. How do we liberate ourselves from circumstances and all that is? Liberate ourselves from breath, being the breath beyond breath. We go beyond the intellect and we utilize the intellect. We utilize knowledge. We utilize intelligence from the mind beyond the mind, the state of Turiya, to be able to see the past, present, and future, to be able to make the right decisions. So all of this process has seeds, and those seeds are when you sleep at night, the Yoga Nidra. So this, divine beings, is the teachings of Yoga Nidra. Grateful for the moments we shared together. To learn more or to connect with Nandhiji, email us awake@nandhi.com, NANDHI.com, or visit our website nandhiji.com, NANDHIJI.com, in grace, in blessings, as one. Om Namah Shivaya.